Welcome to the After Spin. Additional comments from our panelists just available on our website. We want to ask each of you, what do you wish you'd have said on last week's show, but you didn't? Kristin Simon, start with you.
Well, we talked a lot about Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act, and the perception is always, oh, the American people are dead set against Obamacare and they're actually opposed to it. It's actually very interesting when you look at the polls. Ask them about individual parts of Obamacare, like you can't be denied coverage of a pre-existing condition, which you can't. Your kid can stay on your insurance till you're 26, on and on. Almost every one of those parts is very popular except the mandate, and they're roughly split. The second part of the polls that are fascinating is if some of the people who are opposed to Obamacare are actually liberals to the left who think it didn't go far enough, who think it should be a single-payer program like Bernie Sanders is talking about. So take a lot of the polls about Obamacare with a grain of salt. It's not nearly as unpopular as you'd imagine.
What do you wish you'd have said on last week's show, Joe?
Well, I wish that I'd had time to tell you the solution to HB 2, and that is, if you are interested in this at all, what you need to do is to sit down, relax, take a deep breath, and hold it for 20 minutes.
And that is a solution. Dennis, what do you wish you'd have said on last week's show?
Well, I wanted to talk about what was said on the week before last, because you kept asking the week before last what's going to happen at the top of the ballot to the below the ballot and what influence that would have. And you never got an answer, I don't think, from the panel.
I don't think I did.
Well, I'm here to tell you that I think what's going to happen is this. If the Democratic candidate, Hillary Clinton, is a little ahead, it's going to be a good year for Democrats in North Carolina. If she's a lot below or slightly below, I think it could be a tough year for Democrats in North Carolina. So I think that's what's going to happen down ballot, Tom.
All right. John, what do you wish you'd have said on this last week's show?
Well, we talked a lot about the federal lawsuits and the implications for HB 2, and I made the point this has now been nationalized, and I want to be very clear about what I mean by that. We can no longer go back to the status quo ante. Because in Virginia, for example, where there is no HB 2 type legislation, there was a lawsuit. The Justice Department intervened in favor of the plaintiff. The plaintiff's argument is, the reasonable accommodation afforded to me at high school is illegal. I demand complete access to the other bathroom. The Circuit Court of Appeals said that lawsuit could proceed. Even if we repeal the Charlotte Ordinance and HB 2, what the Justice Department has done is created legal problems for every state and every school district. All you need is a plaintiff. There will be plaintiffs in every location. This is going to be resolved through the courts. I'm afraid the bathroom, shower, locker room piece is now beyond negotiation unless the federal standard is rejected.
Interesting. Well, thanks for watching the After Spin. We'll have more video all during the week on ncspin.com.